catch inside the 10. Touchdown, NC State. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's gonna pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's back to throw on second down. It's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Gonna take a shot. And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to move it through the air. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They're facing a third down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to look for a man on third and short, using the quick game. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He's right on target. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's going to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a host, and he's zinged that thing in there.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. Got him downfield. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And he tacks on the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab outside. It's Harvin. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Flying out to the left. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, NC State.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a crease to the left. At the 35, he's loose. Still on his feet. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Second down coming up.
Trying play action. Might be looking to run. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. You know, the entire concept of the play action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking to throw on second down. Trying to beat the D deep. And he's got it at the 25. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to San Diego State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Direct snap. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket, and that time he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense?
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And he makes the extra point. about to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Still looking, on the move. Takes a shot as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Trying to get the edge on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I don't think the defense was expecting an outside run there. Offensively, they go with the toss play, and the running back's able to get to the outside and downfield. It was too late before the defense was able to tackle him out of bounds.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Across the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Coaches preach all week about physicality, physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the...
Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Gets rid of it. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly, and you get your eyes on the quarterback, and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. Right down the gut of the field. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the 3rd quarter. Here he comes with the return. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to...
Going for the big play. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Looking to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Harvin. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Quarterback adapting. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This is a 3rd and long. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dances away to buy time. Turns it on in midfield. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. Missouri wants to go fast.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down. And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
How do I make the defense defend multiple plays? Really nice job running the RPO. The pass threat, you can tell, softened them up a little bit. Now you hand the football off, and you get the big 3rd down conversion.
Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger. What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on the board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Missouri gets to the line quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pocket starts to collapse. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Man, I want my running backs to pick those holes and get downhill, but there was no holes. So I just think he did the smart thing and stretched it out and ran out of bounds.
In this case, discretion was the better part of valor. It is often underrated to know when the journey is over.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? He's at the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, NC State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Missouri wants to go fast. Hand off from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're throwing for it on fourth down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Going up top on first down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Missouri! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, and you build some momentum for some future games.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northern Illinois is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 24 over Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He wants to take the top off. He's got it down the right side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the pummeling has started. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
On second down, wants to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Manning. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 45, on its way. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Wants to throw on second down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Now, a 4th down.
Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got the first down and more. Oh, look out! The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the route is on. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Working that left side now. Makes a grab and he's dragged down. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. At the 40, there he goes. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this defense has put a game together. Like it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Skips away from pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Snap it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. No huddle here for the offense. Fake the spike and he wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He now has 111 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Shakes off a tackler. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Just